Welcome, this is Mr. Hyatt, and I am modeling distillation today. So what I've got going right now is I had a mixture in this Erlenmeyer flask. It was 2 liquids. I knew that it was only 2 liquids. And so what I've done is I have increased the temperature slowly on my hot plate until something started boiling. Boiling point is a physical property that I'm going to use to separate these 2 liquids. So as the first substance bubbles up, it's going to be in this tube. It's going to be carried through this tube. I know you can't see all of it, but there's a tube carrying the liquid from the boiling flask over to this condenser. The condenser is full of ice water. I filled it full of water and then put it in the freezer so that it would be super cold and help whatever this liquid is condense down and turn back into a liquid. Down here we've got our liquid reforming, and this is pure. I know that this is a pure liquid because I've made sure that only one thing is boiling. I've gone until, now unless they both have the same boiling point, if they both have the same boiling point, then I may have a mixture. But since I've been careful and I've gone slowly, I should be confident that only the first substance is bubbling through. Now, interestingly enough, once I get them separated, I should be able to do some things to identify them. One of these substances will be water. The other one will not be water. The other one is the contaminant. And it's impressive to me, just standing here, I can smell the contaminant. I couldn't smell it when it was mixed together, but when it is separated, I now can smell the fumes that are coming off of this liquid. You can kind of see the bubbling is slowing down. I'm trying to make sure that it stays the same. So the video is going to pause for a second. I'm going to let this finish, and then I'll come back and we'll discuss results. So I have been boiling this for several minutes now. The liquid stopped boiling for a while. Once I boiled off all of this liquid, the water stopped boiling. The liquid stopped boiling. I keep saying water. I don't mean water. The liquid stopped boiling. I've got my temperature probe here that's measuring the temperature just above the liquid. If you notice, my temperature probe has come out of the liquid, so that's an issue. I'm not getting exactly the measurement of the liquid. I'm getting a measurement of the energy in the air above the liquid, so that's a problem. But I am confident that this is a pure liquid because it stopped boiling. This liquid stopped boiling for a while, and that told me that I boiled off all of this. And I let it go for a while so that I could make sure that all of my first liquid made it through the tubing, made it through the condenser, and had dropped down here. I watched it really closely to make sure the water hadn't boiled again yet. So then, as the liquid hadn't boiled again yet. So then, as soon as I saw it starting to boil, I switched out my receiving flask. So now I'm really confident that this is purely the first liquid, and this is going to be purely the second liquid. And if I smell it, it still smells really strongly of that first liquid that I suspected that it was. So I'm going to finish this. I'll take it all the way to evaporated, and I will post the data. You'll see a graph on your student sheet for you to fill out. And hopefully you know enough about this distillation process that you could do it again. And definitely you know enough that if I provide you sample data, you could distinguish, okay, I've got this thing. I know it's boiling point. What could it be? And then maybe we'll have to do some further testing to eliminate 1 or 2 possibilities, but we're down to just a couple. So that's distillation. Look for the results